Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to our discussion of A360's Envestnet integration. I'm Patrick Noonan, Senior Product Manager at Wealth Management Advisor360, and joining me today is Meredith Connell, our Senior Product Manager of Digital Onboarding. Welcome back, Meredith.
Thanks, Patrick. Happy to be here.
That's great, and I'm glad to be chatting to you again about our integrations and our relationships. So before we actually dive into Envestnet today, let's first talk about just integrations and partnerships in general. Over the past decade or so, we've seen an amazing amount of tech solutions for financial advisors and back office come to market. But at the end of the day, we keep hearing the same pain point over and over again in the market, which is with all these solutions, it's a pain. In the morning, you have to log into different systems. You're entering the same data across different platforms. And we know that can always cost not only inefficiency, but errors of entering that data. So, using these tools is great, but having a lot of tools available to you can actually be a little bit of a challenge. Can you talk to us today a little bit about A360's approach to integrations in our ecosystem and why partnerships are so important to us here?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And, I agree. I think we've really seen such a wave of innovation and new products in the fintech space, over the past few years. And there doesn't seem to be any signs of slowing down, especially as the landscape continues to evolve. And as we see major advances in areas like AI and machine learning, I think the quantity and sort of opportunities to leverage new technology will only become greater. At A360, we have a wide range of integration partners that we interact with in a variety of ways. But, taking each integration opportunity is a way to remove frictions, I think, between multiple systems an advisor may rely on in their day-to-day. Especially in today's world, I think there's so much value in partnering with others in our industry to create cohesive workflows and experiences for our mutual clients, rather than, shying away from that or trying to solve problems, that others may have already solved for and may already do, pretty well today.
Definitely will. And we see a lot of partnerships in the market today. And I think Envestnet, which is really our focus today, is a great example here at Advisor360 of one of those partners that we really try to work well with. Over the past year, we've actually been really working a lot with Envestnet. Definitely trying to get those two getting the experience the level we want for our financial advisors and the back office to help them work more efficiently. If we look kind of what we've done so far, the biggest example probably of an enhancement recently we've done is our proposal integration and new account opening with Envestnet. And that's something that we were able to do last year. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that capability is and how we've seen how impactful it is with our current users today?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. So as you mentioned, last year we partnered with Envestnet to create a seamless new client onboarding process for advisors and firms who conduct advisory business in particular. Advisors and their staff can start on the A360 platform, which is typically the home base for our users' daily activity. And then from there, they can easily launch into Envestnet's next-gen proposal tool, where they follow, a pretty intuitive process to generate an investment proposal. Once the advisor completes the proposal setup process, which typically includes things like identifying the type of investment, whether SMA, UMA, mutual fund strategist, and then selecting things such as, specific models and fees and other, pertinent information. Once all that's completed, they then jump directly into A360's digital onboarding tool with the click of a single button. Once the user lands on the A360 platform, we're pulling and identifying all of that relevant information that was just provided on the proposal in Envestnet, and then bringing that into the new account opening process, which brings a few key benefits for advisors. One key benefit is that any of that proposal data that also needs to be collected at the account level is automatically pre-filled, which can prevent NIGOs and also prevent, duplicate data entry from being required, which can really help sort of speed up the new account opening process. Another key benefit is that we pull in and populate all of those Envestnet generated forms and disclosures. So things like the statement of investment selection and money manager ADVs, all of those are pulled from the Envestnet system automatically into the forms bundle at the end of the A360 account opening process. And that means that, all of those forms needed to successfully create an account whether it's custodial forms, account funding forms, as well as those Envestnet forms, are all seamlessly packaged together to have one sort of cohesive e-signing event for the client. And then from there, there's other great benefits that advisors can take advantage of once they're in A360's digital onboarding. One key example is our multi-account opening capability. So if you wanted to open up multiple proposal-based accounts, or if you wanted to also, create a commission-based account or a direct investment, such as a variable annuity, along with that Envestnet-driven account, advisors can, package all of those up in one single account opening event, which could really, create additional efficiencies for households that may be looking to onboard a number of different types of accounts at the same time. Since launching this integration, we've received some great feedback from our mutual clients. One of the most notable data points being around time savings. A recent survey that we conducted at A360 found that virtually all of the users that participated saw a decrease in the amount of time that it takes to open up advisory accounts compared to their former solution. And a third of those surveyed told us that they found a time savings of 10 to 20 minutes per account when comparing the Envestnet A360 account opening process to their prior solution, which I think is pretty impressive and can really add up, over time if you think about the amount of accounts opened month to month or year over year. So I think that our, simple to follow but highly integrated solution that we've built can really bring tangible efficiencies to advisors and their practice. And the feedback that we've seen so far really confirms that.
Absolutely. And that's great. The time saving is so important. And as you kind of alluded to, we see thousands of accounts opened every month here at Advisor360. And we know that's a big activity in the office. And we actually talked before about different custodians. We talked about how important it is for this experience for the end investor to be really good, because a lot of the times this might be the first experience they're having with the advisor. So preventing the NIGOs, getting information right, and then saving that admin or that operations person time certainly multiplies when we see the offices that we work with today and how many accounts and how many relationships they have. It definitely makes it a lot smoother and faster for them to execute on that new business.
Yes.
And, Envestnet, like us, does a lot of different things. It doesn't just do the account opening. I'm sorry, it doesn't just do the SMA, UMA marketplace, but there are a lot of areas that Envestnet works in, just like Advisor360. And we actually work with them in different areas too. So talk to us about other areas that we're working with Envestnet today beyond the SMA, UMA marketplace.
Sure. Yeah. So beyond that integration that we just talked about, we partner with the Envestnet ecosystem in a number of different ways. A few examples. One is that we leverage manager and sleeve level performance information and data from Envestnet to power some of our SMA and UMA specific reports on the A360 platform. And I think those really, nicely complement, sort of our suite of household and practice level reports that are available throughout our A360 platform. We also have an integration between A360 and MoneyGuide Pro that allows you to pass advisor data and client information into MoneyGuide to sort of kick off that planning process. And another example is that we also integrate with Yodlee to support account aggregation capabilities in our investor portal. So these are just a few examples of ways that we're, trying to remove friction, create efficiencies, and really partner with some great partners to create great integrations for our advisors and users.
Yeah, that's great. And we have long-term relationship with Envestnet and certainly MoneyGuide, and we have a lot of MoneyGuide users today too. And it goes really with our theme here at Advisor360, which is there's a lot of partners out there, and we've got our own tools, but working seamlessly together, creating office efficiencies and creating a better experience really for the advisor and for the end investor is really our objective, and something that we measure ourselves on here at A360. Well, thanks for joining today and talking about the importance of our partnerships. It was great seeing you again, and I'm glad you can continue to come on and keep sharing everything that you're doing to improve our advisor and their investor kind of life cycle and experience. And to everyone else, thanks for listening today. If you're interested in hearing more about Advisor360, our partnerships, our other offerings, we'd love for you to check us out at our website, which is www.advisor360.com. Thanks for listening today, and thanks for joining.